Hello, friends. A very good afternoon to all of you, and warm welcome on the YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep. Friends, most of you must be knowing that once again the date for registration of MAHCET examination has been extended. So now the last date, according to the official website of MAHCET, the last date for the registration will be 11th of March. Just now I have seen that. Okay, so just now I've seen that the last date has been extended once again, and this is happening again and again. Earlier, the last date was 4th, then it was extended to 6th, then it was extended to 9th, and now once again the date has been extended, and now the last date for the registration for MHCT examination is 11th of March. Now, looking at this scenario, I can say that I am very much sure that the examination will also get postponed. So, like as we all know, the authorities have earlier given the tentative dates for MHCT examination as 18th and 19th of March, which seems to be very difficult to conduct the examination on these dates. So, I am very much sure that. Uh, Shruti, this is what I cannot tell you that what will be the exact examination date, but I am pretty much sure that the examination date are going to get postponed, and it might be possible that they may keep the examination in the month of April because it will be very difficult for them to release the admit cards to make the arrangements of the examination centers based on the number of students who will be appearing for this examination. सो बहुत ज्यादा चांसेस हैं कि ये जो 18th और 19th की डेट है ये भी पोस्टपोन हो जाएगी एंड एग्जामिनेशन जो है वो अप्रैल मंथ में कंडक्ट होगा. All right. So I'm not sure, but very high chances of this happening I can see in future. So good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, all of you. I welcome you once again on the YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep with our next session. Uh, which is 100 most expected MHCT quant questions, part number 3. So previously you must have attended two parts on 100 most expected questions of quant. These two sessions were taken by Saral sir. Now some students are asking, is this a reasoning session or is this a quant session? So definitely this is a quant session. And today I'll be taking on the part number 3. I'll be continuing with the questions of quant that you have seen in the last two sessions. So once again, we are going to discuss some beautiful questions that you may see in quant section. Now, also I remind all of you, Marathi manush bolte bolte sab khatam. Okay, okay, no problem. चलो चलो start करते हैं. तो this is part number 3 and like मैं आप लोगों को suggestion देता हूँ. You all must solve or must try to solve these questions in the live session. लाइव सेशन में अभी सॉल्व करने से क्या होगा? ऑब्वियसली एक तो रिवीजन होगी एंड सेकेंडली यू विल बी एबल टू बिल्ड अप द स्पीड विच इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू डील विद दिस एग्जामिनेशन. तो इस एग्जामिनेशन में स्पीड बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है. आकाश, एलआर पार्ट 3 होगा होगा यार, होगा, बहुत सारे पार्ट्स होंगे अभी. सो एलआर पार्ट 3 की अभी मेरे को एग्जैक्ट डेट नहीं पता, बट टेंटेटिवली इट इज शेड्यूल्ड ऑन संडे. So definitely it will happen, and not only part 3 but part 4, part 5, part 6, you'll be seeing a lot of parts of all these sessions will all be coming up, will all be helping all of you in revising and building up the speeds which is required for this examination. ठीक है, चलो अब टाइम वेस्ट नहीं करते, जल्दी से क्वेश्चंस सॉल्व करते हैं. सो प्लीज टेक आउट योर रफ शीट्स, try to solve all these questions in the live format and then post your answer in the chat box. So let us begin with the first question. So first question will be on your screen in a few moments. All of you be ready. The first question on your screen now. The question seems to be big, but बहुत easy question है ये. Okay, बहुत ज़्यादा easy question है. So make sure that all of you, all the 50 students, 50 plus students who are right now watching this session live, I want an answer from each and every one of you. चलो सब ट्राई करो इस क्वेश्चन का आंसर निकालने का. Any answer for this one? Anyone? Okay, so Swagnik, no, this is not at all injustice, because there are plenty of areas in which some specialization at the time of graduation is required. So if I talk about hospital management, then a finance graduate will not be able to get into hospital management or will not be able to understand those things. So fine, it is pretty reasonable that MBA is open for the students who are graduates from any discipline. Nidhi sir mistakenly select wrong category in CT. So yes, Nidhi. So once the examination registration will be over, so you will be given 1 or 2 days to make changes in your examination form. So please don't worry about that. Just keep an eye on the notification. Okay. All right, so let's start with solving this one. A pretty easy question, and already I've got answers. Option D, which is 55%, option E, which is 60%. Okay, so let's see what will be the correct answer for this question. Okay, now let's go slowly and read each and every word that is given here. Now, two types of food items are there: snacks and beverages. Now, the total number of different variety of snacks and beverages is 300. So total variety, total count is 300. Out of this, 36% of the total food items are beverages. So beverages kitna hai? 36%. Now 36% of 300 will be 108. All right. So if beverages are 108, so the second type, snacks, will be 300 minus 108, right? And that is 192. Okay, so beverages are 36%, which comes out to be 108, and snacks will be 192. That is 300 minus the number of beverages, right? Up till this point, we have done. Now, if 36 beverages were served cold, so out of these 108, 36 were served cold. So 36 were served cold. So how many will be served hot? 108 minus 36, that is 72. So 72 beverages will be served hot, right? Now, if 36 beverages were served hot and the total number of snacks served cold, so यहाँ पे cold and hot once again. So total number of snacks served cold is 36 more than the number of snacks served hot. So served hot अगर x है, so served cold कितना हो जाएगा? उससे 36 ज़्यादा, right? So if number of snacks which was sold hot is equal to x, then the number of snacks which was sold cold would be x plus 36 as per this given statement. Okay, अब मुझे पता है कि total number of snacks served is 192. So x plus 36 and x, इन दोनों का sum कितना होना चाहिए? इन दोनों का sum होना चाहिए 192. So I'll add these two, so I can write 2x plus 36 is equal to 192. So x का वैल्यू कैलकुलेट कर लेते हैं. 192 minus 36, so 192 में से 36 minus किया, it will be 156, okay, divided by 2, and that will come out to be 78. तो x का वैल्यू कितना आ गया? 78 आ गया. All right, fine. Now, after getting the value of x, you can find out the number of hot snacks served, which is 78, and then 78 plus 36, whatever this number is, 78 plus 36, it will be 114. Okay, that is the cold snacks served. Now, the last line of this question, then find the percentage of food items which are served hot. Percentage of food items. Now, total food items कितनी थी? 300. अब इसमें से हॉट कितनी सर्व हुई है? सो बेवरेजेस विच वाज सर्व्ड हॉट वाज 72 एंड स्नैक्स विच वाज सर्व्ड हॉट वाज 78. So 72 plus 78. So I can say that 150 out of 300, 150 out of 300 food items were served hot. So this is basically 50%. So the correct answer should be option C, not option D, not option E, which I have received from some of you. All right. So guys, easy question tha yaar. I was not expecting such a cold response. I was expecting a hot response from all of you. So 150, which is the 50 percentage of 300, is the number of food items that was served hot. So the correct answer here is option C. I hope all of you have understood this. Okay. Now let's move on to question number two. Question number two is based on mixtures. All right. Very simple question once again. आराम से करना इसको. In a mixture of 528 liters, the ratio of wine and chemical is 8 is to 3. So first step obviously will separate wine and chemical. ठीक है? If 110 liters of mixture is taken out and 38 liters of chemical is added in the mixture, then find the difference between the quantities of wine and chemical in the final mixture. I'll give you some extra time looking at your response in the previous question. Okay, so we'll give you slightly more amount of time. Let's see who will be able to give me a correct answer for this one. Take your time, don't be in a hurry. You can reduce the amount of efforts that you are going to make in this question. आसान क्वेश्चन है, आराम से करना. All right, so I got answers from a few students. Nice. Okay, चलो start करते हैं. Now the first line says there is a mixture whose volume is 528 liters. Now from this 110 liters is removed, is taken out. Okay, so initial step पे ही क्या करो, 528 में से 110 minus कर दो. Okay, so 528 minus 110, that will be equal to 418. So 418 liters of mixture है, which has wine and chemical in the ratio 8 is to 3. The ratio will not change. इतना ध्यान रखो, किसी भी एक मिक्सचर में से अगर हम कुछ भी रिमूव करते हैं, right, then the ratio of the components हमेशा सेम रहता है अगर हम रिमूव करते हैं. If we'll add something, then the ratio may change, but from any mixture कितना भी क्वांटिटी है उसमें से आप कुछ भी रिमूव करोगे तो उसमें वाइन एंड केमिकल का रेशियो बिल्कुल सेम रहेगा. ओके, so now I have 400 liters, 418 liters of mixture in which we have wine. I'm sorry, मैं मिल्क लिख रहा हूं. जनरली क्वेश्चन में मिल्क एंड वाटर होता है ना, इसलिए आदत पड़ी हुई है. सो वी हैव wine and chemical in the ratio 8 is to 3. So now can you all divide 418 in the ratio 8 is to 3? So 418 को 8 is to 3 के रेशियो में डिवाइड करेंगे तो wine कितना हो जाएगा, 8 upon 11 into 418. So it will be 38 multiplied by 8. So 240 and 64. 240 and 64, 304 I believe. Okay, so 304 liters of wine will be there out of 418 liters, and then 418 minus 104, that is 114. 114 liters of chemical will be there, right? So I have understood. All right, Girish, I'll use big fonts, so मैं इसको erase कर देता हूँ and I'll repeat it for you. So first of all, 518 में से मैंने 110 liters remove कर दिया, 528 में से 110 liters remove कर दिया, so I got 418 liters of mixture. Now in this 418 liters of mixture, I will have wine and I will have chemical. Okay, so in this 418 liters, The quantity of wine will be equal to, so they are in the ratio 8 is to 3. So quantity of wine will be 8 upon 11 multiplied by 418. Now upon solving this, I got 304 liters. Now in this, chemical will be 418 minus 304. So जितना भी बचता है, so that is the 114. अब इसके अंदर क्या किया, रिमूव करने के बाद we added 338 liters of chemical. So now new quantity of chemical will be plus 38 liters, and this will come out to be 152 liters. So now overall we have 304 liters of wine and 152 liters of chemical. Okay, now we have to find out the difference between the quantities of wine and chemical in the final mixture. So 304 and 152, 304 and 152 में difference calculate कर लो. Answer will come out to be 152, and that is option A. Okay, so option A is the correct answer. Now what I did here was I initially subtracted 110 from 528. ठीक है, मैंने पहले रेशियो में कन्वर्ट करके फिर सब्ट्रैक्ट नहीं किया. First of all, I subtracted. First of all, I removed the mixture, and then I converted it, or I separated it in terms of wine and chemical. This is a better way out. ठीक है, चलिए आगे चलते हैं. So that was question number 2. Correct answer is option A, that is 152 liters. Moving on to question number 3. Question number 3 is the slightly, I'll say moderate level of difficulty, a question from partnerships. Now this value is 4 1 by 5. Okay, mixed fraction में लिखा हुआ है 4 1 by 5. Ramya, Riya and Ruhi started a business with investment of rupees 600, 500 and 400 in their hometown. At the end of 8 months from the start of the business, Ramya invested additional amount of rupees X. If the total profit was 4 1 by 5 times Riya's share in the annual profit, then what was the value of X? A very basic question of partnerships, though you will require a little bit of calculations, but tough nahi hai ye question. So please do attempt this one. Don't be afraid of it. And simultaneously like this session. If you have liked the first 2 questions, even if you are unable to do, but you have learned something from that, so please do press the like button. Increase the number of likes. No Swagnik, I'm not aware about sad news today. I'm really sorry if I have missed something. Okay, a lot of answers are already there. Mr. Abhi, please don't spam the chat box. I have seen your answer. Please write it only a single time. All right, so let's begin with this. Now we have 3 people, Ramya, Riya and Ruhi. Now Ramya first of all invested 600 rupees. So I'll call them A, B and C. Fine. So Ramya started with 600, B with 500 and C with 400. Now basically at the end of 8 months from the start of the business, Ramya made some more investment. The first person made some more investment. Otherwise for other 2, there was no addition in terms of investment. ठीक है? Right? So Ramya invested X rupees more after 8 months. Right? So I can say that Ramya's amount of 600 was invested for 12 months, but the additional amount of X rupees was invested for 4 months. Okay, so 600 to end tak hai, 600 she invested and it was there up till the end. So 600 rupees was invested for the entire amount of 12 months, but the additional amount X was invested only for the last 4 months. For the second person, Ria, the entire money was invested for 12 months, and same for Ruhi. All right. So I can say that this will be the product of their capital and the time period. Now I need to find out the ratio of this. Okay, so ratio 4 cancel कर सकते हैं. So this will become 3. ये cancel हो जाएगा. This will become 3 as well. This will become 3 as well. So if I'll simplify them, it will look like 1800 plus X for the first person. For the second person, it will be 1500. And for the third person, it will be equal to 1200, right? Now, if I have to find out the share of Ria, the share of Ria, so Ria is the second person. So share of Ria will be 1500 divided by the sum of these three. 1500 divided by the sum of these three. So 1800, 1200, 4500 plus X out of the total profit is 4 by time. So if the total profit is 4 by 5 times Ria's share, if the total profit was 4 1 by 5 times Ria's share, so this is Ria's share. Okay, so total profit will be 4 by 5. If I'll convert this, this will become 21 upon 5. So this is Ria's share. So that will be 21 upon 5 से इसको multiply कर दो and that will give you the total profit. Okay, so this will be equal to the total profit. Now P and P will get cancelled easily. P से P cancel कर दो and you can simplify and get the value of X. So 5 and 1500 cancel हो जाएगा. 300. So I can write 6300 is equal to 4500 plus X, and the value of X will come out to be 1800. All right, 1800, that is option C, correctly given by a lot of you, is the correct answer for this question. Okay, so I'll repeat the last part once again. So Ria's share in the total profit we had to calculate. So it will be the portion of Ria, that is 1500, divided by the total value. This is the simple concept of ratios. Okay, so Ria's value divided by the total value multiplied by the profit. So this will be the Ria's share. ये वाला जो है Ria's share है bracket के अंदर. Now 4 1 by 5 times of Ria's share. That means 21 by 5 times Ria's share is equal to the total profit. So I have made the equation and got the value of X. All right. So that was question number 3, and the correct answer is option C. Let's move on to look at the next question, question number 4. Again, slightly tricky question. On his way to the nearest hospital, which was 32 kilometers away, Aman noticed that after walking for 1 hour 40 minutes, the distance covered by him was 5 by 7 of the remaining distance. What was Aman's speed in meter per second? Akash, there is no formula for partnership, ठीक है? So Akash, on the left hand side, I have written P. So on the left hand side, it was the Ria's share of profit, and on the right hand side, it was P. To make the equation, I did that. Yes, Fabian, extension has been made once again in the registration date for CET. So now the last date is 11th of March, and there are very high chances that the exam will be postponed. So in my view, yes, definitely the examination will be postponed because it's 11th of March, which is the last date, 18th of March. So it will be very difficult to conduct the examination, to release the admit cards, to take care about the centers, examination centers, and so on and so forth. So in my view, yes, the examination date will also be postponed. Okay, so let's start solving this one. Asan question hai. Time, speed, distance. So on his way to the nearest hospital, which was 32 kilometers, so total 32 kilometers hai. So let's say this is house and this is hospital. Okay, so total distance is 32 kilometers. Now Aman noticed after walking for 1 hour 40 minutes. So this is what he noticed. The distance covered by him, so let's say this is the distance covered by him, is 5 by 7 of the remaining distance. So let's say Aman started from point A. He has already reached point B and he has to go to point C. So the distance that he has already traveled is 5 by 7 of the remaining distance. So if I'll assume remaining distance as x, then the distance that he has already covered will be 5 by 7x, and the sum of these two distance is 32 kilometers. Okay, so let us calculate the value of x. So 5 by 7x plus x is equal to 32. So x का value आ जाएगा 12x upon 7 is equal to 32. All right, and the value of x will come out to be 4 cancel कर देते हैं, 3 and 8, so 56 upon 7, right? 56 upon 7 is the value of x, so this distance is 56 upon 7. Now the distance that he has already covered is 5 by 7. Okay, wait, 56 upon 3 होना चाहिए. Yes, 56 upon 3, not 7. I've already seen this mistake. So 56 upon 3 is the distance that is remaining. Okay. Now distance that is covered is 5 by 7 multiplied by 56 upon 3. So upon calculation, it will be 40 upon 3. So now this person has already covered 40 upon 3 kilometers, and the time that he has taken is 1 hour 40 minutes. Now 1 hour 40 minutes in terms of hours will be 1 2 by 3 of an hour, and that is 5 upon 3 hours. So I can say that speed of this person is distance 40 upon 3 divided by the time taken, which is 5 by 3, and this will come out to be 8, but this value is in kilometers per hour. Now to convert this in meters per second, I will multiply it by 5 upon 18, and the answer will be 20 upon 9 meters per second. Now 20 upon 9 meters per second is precisely 2.22 meters per second. All right. So 2.22 meters per second, correct answer definitely is option B. All right. Now very less number of students have given the answer, but it was not at all a difficult question, and this is what we see in the actual examination. All right. चलिए आगे चलते हैं. Next question, question number 5. Find the number of sides in a regular polygon if the number of diagonals is 135. Now this question is of not more than 30 seconds. So there is a direct formula for finding the number of diagonals if the number of sides are given. So let's see how many of you remember that formula and how many of you will be able to find the correct answer. Find the number of sides in a regular polygon if the number of diagonals is 135. All right, Rohit has given an answer. Jay, why have you posted the formula? I would have posted the formula. I would have told you the formula. So give me an answer, Jay. Give me an answer. Don't tell me the formula. Okay? So don't help other students. Just help yourself in finding the answer and post your answer. So the formula for finding number of diagonals is, so if n is the number of sides, if n is the number of sides, then the number of diagonals can be written as n into n minus 3 divided by 2. And this value is given as 135. And using this, you will have to find out the value of n. Now, n into n minus 3 is equal to 270. Okay. Now after reaching this point, ऑब्वियसली एक क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन बन जाएगा एंड क्वाड्रेटिक इक्वेशन सॉल्व करना कितना आसान होता है या कितना डिफिकल्ट सबको पता है. आई गिव यू अ बेटर अप्रोच टू डू दैट. नाउ 270 है, ये दो नंबर्स हैं लेफ्ट साइड में n एंड n माइनस 3. नाउ राइट 270 as the product of two numbers such that the difference between these two numbers is 3. एक नंबर n है, दूसरा नंबर n माइनस 3 है, दोनों में 3 का डिफरेंस है. तो 270 को write it as the product of two numbers such that they are at a difference of 3. Okay, so if I do that, what will be the value of n? So 270 can be written as 18 multiplied by 15. 18 multiplied by 15, so the value of n will become 18. So the number of sides will be equal to 18 and not 15. So some of you have given 15 as the answer. The correct answer should be 18. Okay. All right. Shubham, you're asking when is the examination? So Shubham, right now I don't know the exact date, but as the registration date has been extended, so it seems that the examination date will also be postponed. Okay. All right, so let's move forward and look at question number 6. Now, before that, I request all of you, there are 80 plus students who are watching live and only 50 likes. This is very unfair with me. So this is very unfair of you. So guys, please increase the number of likes. Please do like this session, share and subscribe our channel, because in coming future, almost every day we'll be conducting plenty of sessions for all of you for the revision and the preparation of MAHCET examination. So please do like this session. Now Akash, we can use options, but Akash, problem क्या होगा options use करने में? For every option we'll have to calculate the number of diagonals. Okay. At this point you can use options. जब ये equation बन जाता है, at this point you can use options, but not at the beginning of this question. Okay. Akash, every year around 70-80,000 students take MAHCET examination. Yes, definitely number of takers is more than 60,000 every year. Okay, so let's move on and look at question number 6 once you have all liked the session. Question number 6. What approximate value will come in place of question mark in the following question? Try not to calculate the exact value. You can calculate the exact value, but it will be difficult for you to do that. So I want the approximate value that will come in place of question mark. Thank you, Om, for requesting all the students to like the session. Any answer? Anyone who can give me a correct answer? Sonu, first one to give an answer. Okay. Deepak. All right. Now on the right hand side, we have 563. Now, first of all, let us try and calculate the approximate value of this part. Okay. Now this looks like, look at the top of the screen, 20 multiplied by 125 or 126 divided by 6.8, 6.9. Okay. Now I can see that 20 upon 6.9, ये वाला जो part है, this is approximately equal to 3. 20 divided by 6.9 is approximately equal to 3. 3 multiplied by 125 is approximately 375. Okay. Now 375 is the approximate value of this part. Approximate value again, वैल्यू 375 से थोड़ी ज्यादा ही होनी चाहिए, बिकॉज मैंने 125.98 की जगह मैंने 125 कंसिडर किया इंस्टेड ऑफ 126. सो मैं 126 भी कंसिडर कर सकता था. सो अगर इसको 126 कंसिडर कर लेते हैं तो यहाँ पे 378 आ जाता. सो लेट्स डू इट एज 378. Okay, now 378 will go on the right hand side, will be added, so plus 378. So 564 approximately plus 378. So this will be 800, 900 and 40, 940 के आसपास ये वैल्यू आ जाएगी, right? Approximately. So now question is X percentage of 1200 is equal to 940. So x percentage of 1200, इसको मैं 1200 assume कर लेता हूं. So x percentage of 1200 is equal to 940. Now 1200 का 10 percentage कितना होता है? It is 120. Okay. So wait, I'll write it once again. So 10 percentage is 120. So 70 percentage will be 840, right? But my requirement is more than 840. So my answer should be more than 70%. Okay, more than 70%. The correct answer is 77. Okay, fine. Now, trade Zik, you are saying I get nervous during solving quant. Why after practice? Okay, so I could not get the exact question that you are asking, but I can understand that you get very nervous like while you are solving the questions of quant. So believe me, if you will do more amount of practice, I'm sure that you must be doing practice. But still, if you are getting nervous, then you need to still increase the number of questions you are practicing every day, and that will only help you. Okay. So correct answer is option B, and yes, Deepak, your answer was definitely correct. So lots of you have given a correct answer. Good to see that. Let's move on and look at question number 7. Question number 7 is a question on number series. A very simple question on number series. Let's see who will be the first person to give me a correct answer for this. Number series. What will come in place of the question mark in the following series? 15, 21, 34, 55, 85, 125. Akash, I'll quickly go back to the previous one. So Akash, 20 upon 6 point something, I can write it as 3. Okay, 3 into 126 is the 378. This is what I did in the previous question. Alshi, you're asking, is it possible to crack CET examination in 15 days? Alshi, it is very much possible. It totally depends on how good your foundations are. Okay, so I believe that if you are very weak in all these subjects, then it will be very difficult to crack in 15 days if you don't have any kind of preparation. Okay, but if all your foundations are correct, if all your foundations are good, and you have studied, you have revised all these things in the near past, then you can focus on these 15 days and yes, will be able to crack this examination. Trade 6, please write your answer only once. It's a small request. All right. Now let's see what will happen in this question. Now I'm going to look at the difference between the consecutive terms. Now here the difference is 6. Then the difference is how much? 13. Then after that, the difference is 21. Then the difference is 30. And this difference is 40. Now look at the differences. Now 6 से 13 हुआ, so difference has increased by 7. Then the difference has increased by 8. Then the difference has increased by 9. This difference has increased by 10. So now the difference should increase by 11. So earlier when the difference was 40, 40 plus 11, for the next case, the difference of 51 should be there. Okay, so 51 का difference होना चाहिए. So 125 plus 51, the correct answer should be 176. So there are plenty of ways of doing this question. I have used one of the ways. Okay, fine. So 176 should be the correct answer, and yes, it is. Now, Rutuja, you're asking how many minimum marks required for MBA CET. Now, minimum marks as such kuch nahi hai. It depends on the college that you are targeting. Okay. So what I'll say is you must target at least 130 marks. 130 marks to minimum target करना चाहिए. Then उसके ऊपर let's say if you're targeting JBIMS, okay, which is the best college, so somewhere around 150 160 marks will be required for that college. Okay, now next question, question number 8. In the following question, two equations are given in variables x and y. You have to solve these equations and determine the relation between x and y. So two equations are given in terms of x and second in terms of y, and you'll have to find out the relationship between x and y after solving these equations, after getting the values of x and y. Which option will be the answer? J, which option? A, B, C, D, E. Now, all of you, please write what are the values of x you are getting after solving first equation. What are the values of x that you are getting after solving the first equation? So I can factorize the first equation and write it as x minus 17 into x plus 3. Okay, so the values of x will be 17 or minus 3. All right, 17 or minus 3. Now, after solving second equation, what are the values of y? So if I'll factorize this, 6379 plus 9y minus 7y. So it will become 3y common liya, so y plus 3 minus 7. So 3y minus 7 into y plus 3. So the values that y can assume will be 7 upon 3 or minus 3. All right, 7 upon 3 or minus 3. So these are the values that y will take. Are these values correct? Yes or no? Yes, I believe these are correct. Okay. Now, if I want to compare x and y and want to find out which one of them will be greater. So if x is 17, then x will be greater. Definitely. But if x is minus 3, then x can be equal to y or it can be less than y. Right? So I don't know which value of x will be taken, correspondingly which value of y will be taken. So x can be greater than y, x can be less than y, x can be equal to y. Okay. So in this case, I will not be able to determine the relation between them. So relationship between x and y cannot be established. This will be the correct answer. So that is why we'll mark option E as the answer. Okay, so here the relationship cannot be determined because x can be greater, x can be less, or x can be equal to y. So that is why option E will be the most suitable answer to mark. So the correct answer here is option E. Let's go ahead and look at question number 9. Question number 9 is a quantity comparison. So quantity 1 and quantity 2, you'll be given two quantities and you'll have to compare. using the information that is given up there. So A, B, and C are two-digit natural numbers. Unit digits of each number is odd, while tens place of each digit is an even number. Also, A is the largest possible and C is the smallest possible such number. Quantity 1, if all the numbers are divided by 2, then the sum of the remainders. Quantity 2, if the average of A, B, and C is 47, then sum of the digits of B. Rohan, for the previous question, you will have to find out the values. No, Jay, not every time you could say that. Not every time. It also depends on the values of X and Y. Okay. Okay. Now, all A, B, and C are two-digit natural numbers such that the units place is odd in every case. Okay. And tens place is even. Right. Now, if I look at quantity 1, this is the only piece of information I require to find out the value of quantity 1. So can you all give me the value of quantity 1? If all the numbers are divided by 2, if any odd number is divided by 2, किसी भी odd number को 2 से divide करेंगे, तो remainder हमेशा 1 आएगा. Every time the remainder will be 1 when any odd number will be divided by 2. Okay, so this is one very simple thing. Right? So 1, 1 and 1, the sum of remainders, it will be equal to 3. So quantity 1, the value is equal to 3. I hope I'm clear. I'll repeat. So I can say that A, B and C, their unit digits are odd. So I can say that all these numbers are odd. Now when any odd number is divided by 2, the remainder will always come out to be 1. Take any odd number divided by 2, the remainder will always be 1. So they are saying that we have to calculate the sum of the remainders. So for all the three numbers, the remainder will come out to be 1. So the sum will be equal to 1 plus 1 plus 1, that is equal to 3. Over. Let's look at quantity 2. If the average of A, B and C is 47. So average of A, B and C is 47. So sum of A, B and C will be equal to 47 multiplied by 3. Okay. Now 47 multiplied by 3 is how much? 141. This is the sum of A, B and C. Now let's read some more information that was given in the question. Now question says us that, tells us that each of these numbers have unit digit as an odd number and tens digit as an even number, all of them. Okay. Also, A is the largest possible. So largest possible number such that unit digit is odd and tens digit is even. ऐसा सबसे बड़ा नंबर कौन सा हो सकता है? And similarly, ऐसा सबसे छोटा नंबर कौन सा हो सकता है? Because C is given as the smallest possible number. So largest possible number such that unit digit is odd. So unit digit पे 9 रख दो and tens digit is even 8. So 89 can be the largest possible number. Smallest possible number 1, 2, 21. So 89 and 21 can be the largest and the smallest such numbers. Okay. So the value of A is 89 plus B and the value of C is 21 and that is equal to 141. From here I can get the value of B. So B का value कितना आ जाएगा? 110. What will be the value of B? What will be the value of B? Anyone? Anyone, what will be the value of B? Okay, so value of B will be 31. And I believe quantity 2, it is wrong. So A, B, and C are two digit numbers, each digit is odd and tens place of each number is even. So yes, so I'm not getting the correct value of B, because for B, tens digit should also be even, but here tens digit is not even. So please, okay, so ignore this question. So there is some mistake in this question. So please ignore that, because the value of B is not coming out to be a correct number. The value of B should be such that the tens place should be an even number. Okay, so what I can say is no relation can be established, because value of B is not correct. It's not possible, right? So please ignore this question and let's move on to the next question, the last question for the day. What will be the remainder when the expression given is divided by x minus 2? Such an easy question. What will be the remainder when the given expression is divided by x minus 2? You have to find out the remainder. What is the remainder when the given expression is divided by x minus 2? Now, whenever you get such kind of question, you have to find out the remainder when this expression is divided by x minus 2. So now put x minus 2 equal to 0, get the value of x, which will be equal to 2. Okay, get the value of x and substitute this value of x in the above expression, and that will directly give you the remainder. Okay, so x equal to 2 अगर मैं substitute करता हूं, x cube plus 5x square minus 3x plus 6. Just substitute x equal to 2 here. So 2 cube is 8 plus 5 into 4, that is 20, minus 3 into 2, that is 6, plus 6. Upon simplifying, this will come out to be 28. So 28 will be the remainder when the given expression is divided by x minus 2. All right. So yes, we have substituted x equal to 2. Yes, almost all of you have given a correct answer. Lovely. Good to see that. Now, Shruti, you're asking, please take a session on critical reasoning. Shruti, critical reasoning is not the portion that I teach, but I definitely request the team and any of the verbal faculty will definitely take a session on critical reasoning that will be, I'll say, useful for MHCT examination. All right. Okay. So, friends, that is all from my side for the day. One last time, I request all of you to please press the like button in case you haven't. Do subscribe the channel and press the bell icon so that you will receive the notification of all the upcoming sessions that we'll be conducting for all of you for the preparation and the revision of MHCT 2023 examination. Once again, I'll tell you that the registration date for MHCT examination has been extended, and now the last date will be 11th of March. So anyone who has still not applied for the examination, please do apply before 11th of March. And also there will be higher chances that the date of the examination will be postponed. Okay, so we'll see you one more time. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful time preparing for MHCT examination. Now, some important piece of information for all of you. Akash, I would have if I could have. Fine, I cannot teach critical reasoning, so that is why I cannot take the session. अगर मैं critical reasoning पढ़ाऊंगा तो examination में गोल अंडा आएगा. Fine, so that is why I'll not be teaching you anything which is related to verbal ability. Okay, so tomorrow you can catch us live once again at 12 o'clock. So there will be plenty of sessions tomorrow as well. Every day, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and 3 o'clock, we are conducting the sessions on for all the students who are preparing for MHCT examination. Right now, new batches are available for CAT 2023 comprehensive program, so you can enroll using the link that is given in the description, and all the information, all the relevant information about this comprehensive program for CAT 2023 is given on your screen. Also, you can take a scholarship test and get up to 90% scholarship on all CAT preparation program. 18th of March is the date for the scholarship test. 7 p.m. it will be conducted. So please register for this examination. Raj, yes, we are also conducting CMAT sessions. Okay, so please don't worry. Exam strategy to ace CAT 2023, 11th of March, 7 p.m. Srinivas sir will be taking this session. So please be a part of this session. Must join 100 most expected MHCT questions. So this is the series that we are already continuing. So it started on 6th of March, already started on 6th of March, and you are watching the sessions almost every time. All right. So that's all from my side, my dear friends. We'll see you once again in the sessions. Have a wonderful time. Bye bye. Thank you.